tell you what, I'll set the price myself. So open your safe and empty it out for me.
No, you can't rob my payroll. You mustn't. It's all I've got. It would put me out of business.
Shut up. I'm not interested in your troubles. Now do as I say, or else, and stop blubbering like a coward.
Have you no conscience, no feelings? You're as bad as Spider-Man.
Bite your tongue, JJ.
I've spent years building up this business. It means everything to me. You can't.
Oh, can't I? The Vulture can do anything, as you're about to learn.
Jameson is such a skinflint.
maybe
He'd
we
probably
can make
rather
a
get
deal.
shot than
I
part
can
with
give
his
you
dough.
publicity.
I'll have to slip out now and try to
Your
save him,
money,
whether he
mister.
likes it or not.
Your money.
Where greenbacks are concerned, Jameson can out-talk anybody. Ah. It's some job putting on my costume with this blamed arm of mine. I'll try to alter my webbing slightly so it'll act like a sling. With luck, no one will notice. I ought to have my head examined for tackling the Vulture with a bad arm, but this'll sure make me seem heroic when they write my obituary. Alright, Vulture, playtime is over. Here's where we separate the men from the boys.
Spider-Man!
You're still alive? Well, you won't stay that way for long. Even you can be stopped by a bullet. Bah, guns aren't my style anyways. What does the mighty Vulture need a weapon for? I've got wings.
You'll have a harp too by the time I get through with you. He's using Jameson as a shield. I can't let go with a good punch.
Let me go!
That stopped him long enough for me to break out of there.
What's
I can't
going on?
fight as well at close quarters. I need room, space to use my wings to their best advantage.
You stay here, Jameson. From now on, it's a private
No,
battle
you two
between the
will
Vulture
wreck
and
the
me.
place. Let him go! Leave him to the police!
There isn't time. If he gets a chance to fly off, we may never trap him again. Oof. Get to the side of the road, gal.
This must all be a bad dream.
Police! Someone call the police! Those two maniacs must be stopped! Miss Bryant, where in the blazes are you?
Here, Mr. Jameson, where it's safe.
He's trying to find a window he can fly through. I've got to stop him.
I warn you, Spider-Man. Stay out of my way while you still can.
Mister, I thrive on warnings. In fact, someday I'm gonna write an article for the Reader's Digest titled, "The Most Unforgettable Warning I've Ever Known."
Very funny.
Ha! You missed by a mile.
My ledgers! My files! Look what you're doing!
I'll go slide down a barbed wired fence.
Can't make it to the window up there. I'll try a lower floor. Spider-Man can never defeat me.
This isn't exactly flying, but it'll serve my purpose.
This is more like it. I'm in the press room. I'll destroy Spider-Man forever now. If he's fool enough to follow me here.
I had a hunch the Vulture would land down here. The odds are all in his favor now. But that never stopped me before. He doesn't see me yet. So here goes nothing.
Hey, what? It's you again.
Well, it sure isn't the Lone Ranger. Didn't expect me so soon, did you?
You just made your last fatal mistake, Spider-Man. I'll shake you off like a dog shakes a flea.
I think your modesty is what I like best about you.
Let's see if a wisecrack will help you once you're falling into the big press rollers.
I've got to keep ribbing him. My only chance is to make him so angry that he won't notice my injured arm.
Suddenly, the agile Vulture changes direction, zooms up to the ceiling with telling effect.
Oh, my arm!
Ah, I've got you off guard.
Pain is too great. Can't hold on. If I hit those giant rollers, I'm done for. My web has to save me now. This time there'll be no second chance. Made it. Now to descend
I
slowly
had a
and...
hunch you'd
Oh
try
no,
that,
the
Spider-Man.
Vulture's cutting my life-saving strand.
But, while dangling above, the colorful teenager has time enough to estimate the distance,
Ugh.
and with one mighty leap,
Whew. That was a close one. Gotta reach the Vulture before he flies out of range. But how? Uh-oh. My spider sense warns me. He's waiting above. It's a trap. But I'll let him spring it.
Ah, you blundered right into my trap, as I knew you would.
Well, mercy me.
I'll take you up so high that you'll be completely helpless. Even a spider is powerless in the sky.
Are you sure you were never vaccinated with a phonograph needle?
Your flippancy is wasted on me, Spider-Man. You're just whistling in the dark. I know an icy fear must be gripping your heart right now.
Well, I'll admit, I've had happier moments.
Before I drop you, Spider-Man, I want to say I admire your courage. Anyone else would be begging for mercy now. I'm almost sorry to have to do this.
Yeah, I can see that you're all broken up. Well, I'm gonna tell you a secret. This little party isn't over yet. Watch.
You pinned my wings with your web. You fool! If I cannot fly, we both will perish.
Well, who wants to live forever?
I don't want to die. Save me. Do something. Please, please, save me.
No, I can't. I'm too busy admiring your tight-lipped courage. Well, anything to stop your moaning. Suppose I spin a little web while we fall?
At a time like this?
Sure, it might be fun, especially if I make it with my new semi-solid fluid, which enables it to act like a parachute.
Look, in the sky, a giant parachute. There are 2 figures dangling from it.
Who are they?
Can't tell. Too high up. Wait, they're getting closer. I can make out a costume. The Spider-Man and the Vulture. Spider-Man's being him. By some miracle, Spider-Man won.
You had this plan in mind all the time?
Darn right I did, Curly. I don't depend on my wings to do my thinking for me, like some guy I could mention. Well, Playmate, this is where I get off. I'll let you solo the rest of your way down. If you enjoy it, it could make a real good hobby.
You haven't heard the last of me, Spider-Man.
You mean you're gonna flap your lips till the bitter end?
Spider-Man, wait!
Well, if it isn't Laughing Boy Jameson, he'd probably want to apologize and offer me a big reward. And who am I to refuse? Yes, Mr. Jameson?
I want you to know that I hold you responsible for all the damage done to my building. It's all your fault for butting in.
Say, what are you? A professional nut?
I'll show you who's a nut. Sooner or later, I'll learn who you really are. And when I do,
Yeah? Then what?
I'll get what's coming to me in spades.
Mister, I'm about to give you something right now that's been coming to you for months.
No, you wouldn't dare.
Why not?
Don't.
What have I got to lose? You couldn't hate me any more than you do now. But anyhow, I won't have to listen to you for a while. That won't wear off for at least an hour.
Minutes later, a silent figure noiselessly enters the building in his own inimitable manner.
So far, so good. The coast is clear. Hope nobody found my civvy clothes. Nope, they're just where I hid them.
And, within seconds, the amazing Spider-Man vanishes, to be replaced by a sling-wearing, innocent-looking Peter Parker.
The worst thing about being Spider-Man is changing clothes a zillion times a day. Oh well, it keeps me out of the pool room. Hi, Betty. What are you doing behind that desk?
It's the only safe place, Peter. This office was a madhouse a few minutes ago.
Mind if I join you?
Be my guest. By the way, where were you while Spider-Man was battling the Vulture?
Me? Oh, I was hiding in a closet. I'm afraid I'm just not the heroic type.
Neither am I. Maybe that's why I like you so much, Peter. At least you don't pretend to be what you're not.
Boy, if only she knew.
Look, Mr. Jameson can't talk. I wonder what's wrong with him.
Wrong? It's an improvement.
Peter, sometimes I get the feeling that you're laughing at a secret little joke that's all your own.
If you keep using that cool perfume, Betty, I may break down and tell you about it someday.
Peter Parker, that's the closest thing to a romantic remark I've ever heard you say.
Gosh, I can be more romantic than that. Here, rest your head on my shoulder, blue eyes, and let's enjoy the silence.
But what will Mr. Jameson say?
Nothing, baby, for at least an hour.
We admit it, this isn't a typical ending for a typical superhero tale, but we've never claimed that Spider-Man was a typical superhero. In fact, next issue he does some very untypical things. But see for yourself when we meet again.